Welcome to Breakdown. Today is Tuesday,
It is Tuesday,
January
24th.
24th. JJ, we're going to talk Big Ten, SEC, basketball. You ready to break it down?
I'm born ready.
Let's break it down.
Let's do it.
Big Ten, basketball. There's only one team you can talk about in Big Ten when it comes to basketball. Am I missing somebody? Is there anybody other than Purdue that you can talk about in Big Ten basketball?
You can talk about them, but they're not going to have a number by their names because Purdue is they're the last man standing, the only ranked team.
Wow.
Yeah.
And where are they ranked?
Numero uno.
Number one.
This is the first year, they had never been ranked number one in an AP poll until this year.
They've been ranked number one twice this year. Will they be ranked number one 3 times this year?
They just might, but I guarantee, I'm not going to guarantee. They probably won't be ranked number one at the end of the year. But they're doing well right now.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Who's the second best team in the Big Ten?
That's a good question. Well, with Indiana playing the way that they played against Michigan State this weekend, if they can continue that, I would absolutely say it's Indiana. They were supposed to be the best team in the Big Ten.
Yeah. Hey, Big Ten, I think they're good. They're a long way from their heyday.
Yeah.
Last time you said that they would get 9 to 10 teams in the dance. You sticking by that? It's still early.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sticking by that.
Okay. Well, JJ,
They're gonna have a whole lot of 7, 8, and 9 seeds from the Big Ten.
Okay.
Well,
okay. I mean, get in the dance. That's huge once by itself. Once you get there, anything can happen.
all you need is a ticket.
Dang, I'm gonna give me a ticket.
Well, they might not give it out to you, but good luck getting it.
If I get my ticket, I'll just give it to Musselman.
Okay.
You think you know what to do with it?
Well, maybe Arkansas can earn their ticket on that.
They gotta earn it.
That's kind of the whole thing.
That's
about
not
sports.
the American way, though.
No, it's the sports way.
Okay. Well, okay. Purdue, Big Ten, number 2 team in the Big Ten is who again?
Probably Indiana. I mean,
okay, that's right. You did say Indiana.
But that's everything is contingent. Everything is fluid on when it comes to injuries. Malik Hall, I know, has been out for a long time. I think had he been healthy this entire time, Michigan State would be ranked. That'd be the other team that's ranked. But they've had injuries. Illinois has had injuries and lineup issues, and
I read a few days ago that Michigan is on the bubble. They're a bubble team to you?
Yeah. I mean, they not lost at home to Central Michigan. I mean, they've had some real bad outings. They got blown out at Arizona State. They lost by 26 points, I think. They've had some really bad outings, but losing at home to Central Michigan, a team that isn't
It's pretty bad. They sub 500, I believe.
in the MAC, so that's a quad 4 loss. It's going to take a lot to overcome that. It's a big loss.
Okay. JJ, let's talk SEC. What SEC got something special going on this Saturday?
They do have something. They have a little late season and
Mid-season.
Mid-season, yeah, mid-season
Challenge.
interconference challenge, yeah. Late for interconference. Is what I was gonna say.
Okay, and I like the ones that are in the mid-season rather than the ones at the beginning of the season, because I think it gives you a better feel of what the teams are like, and it's more of a tournament atmosphere because you halfway through the season and people pay more attention to. But SEC and the Big 12 having their challenge going on Saturday. Let's talk about some of those games.
Yeah. Let's talk about them.
I'm gonna write down your prediction. Let's go with Auburn and West Virginia.
Yeah.
Auburn is going to West Virginia. Auburn's 16-3. West Virginia's 11-8.
Yeah.
Auburn number 15 in the nation.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Auburn hasn't really beaten anybody.
Okay, true. Although they beat Arkansas.
Well, they beat a depleted Arkansas team, a team without 2 of their best players.
Okay.
And Arkansas is going through some things, as we'll discuss later. But Auburn hasn't beaten anybody, but they won't be playing anybody Saturday either.
So you're going with Auburn in that one.
I will take Auburn. I know West Virginia has the capacity to to. I mean, I think they beat. Was it TCU? They beat TCU one night, and then TCU destroyed Kansas at home.
Yeah, Kansas been slumping. Yeah, but you know what? West Virginia has had a pretty poor season this year.
But they did beat TCU, so
Okay.
they could beat Auburn. It's at West Virginia.
Okay.
So, like, for the record, I would I'd take Auburn, but I would not be shocked. I mean, they've beaten a better team than Auburn already.
Okay. Okay. I think Auburn's pretty good. Like I said, they're 16-3. I think they got good talent now, and that's what I'm thinking. Even though they don't have a marquee win, they still got some pretty good talent. Alabama, Oklahoma, number 3 Alabama against Oklahoma, 17-2 versus Oklahoma, 11-8.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like a good matchup to me.
No, maybe the best team in the country versus a team that, I mean, I didn't have like the highest of expectations from Oklahoma, but I believe in their coaching, Porter Moser, like the former Loyola Chicago coach. It seems like, he has his work cut out for him. I don't know if his recruiting hasn't been up to snuff.
I saw Oklahoma play Arkansas. Arkansas beat them pretty handily. There was nothing about Oklahoma that impressed me. Alabama should not have any problem at Norman.
Yeah, I would imagine not.
Okay. Now you mentioned Arkansas earlier, JJ. Arkansas travels to Waco.
Yeah.
Get the number 17 ranked Bears, who are 15-5. Arkansas coming in at 13-6.
Yeah.
How badly will Arkansas beat Baylor?
I don't bet on Arkansas or Cincinnati Bengals or Detroit Lions specific teams. But I wouldn't bet. Even if I didn't bet on them, I wouldn't bet on them to win this one.
Okay, Baylor's a pretty good team.
Yeah, they've been up and down. They start off a little slow, and they've been playing a little bit better as of late.
The number 17 in the country.
Yeah, number 17 in the country.
Okay. Arkansas. You said we were gonna. What's going on with Arkansas, man? They did get back on the winning track against Mississippi.
They did beat Mississippi. They got back in the win column, but they've looked outclassed. Like late in games, like that. It seems like in the first half of a lot of games they'll be behind, but they'll be competitive and they'll try to close the gap. They expend a lot of energy just trying to close the gap once they fall behind early. And it's really hard to win games like that consistently.
Given that they have 2 players out, and let's just assume those players won't be back this year.
We know Trevon Brazile won't be.
Okay, well, let's just assume both of them won't be back this year.
Yeah.
How good is their talent? Is their record equal to their talent, or should their record be worse, or could it be better, or is it right on par?
Well, because of because they don't have a lot of congruity outside of Debo Davis. A lot of these people weren't Arkansas Razorbacks last year, so I do think that there's a lot of room for improvement. I think, without their talent, they're more of like a middling SEC team as it pertains to talent wise. Like that's where I would, stock them at instead of like the cream of the crop. But they should still get better. They're still playing a lot of freshmen that are getting better. Each and every game, getting more and more experience.
Okay.
I think they should make the tournament, but I wouldn't.
It's going to be close in my mind. It's going to be close.
I mean, borderline tournament team, possible NIT team.
A win. How far would a win Saturday take them?
It would be helpful. I mean, then they would have more than twice as many wins as losses. That's a good spot to be in going into February.
A win on the road at Baylor.
That would be good for the resume.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty good. But you picking Baylor in that game. Okay, let's go to Texas and Tennessee. Texas is going to be going to Knoxville. Yeah. Texas is number 10 in the country.
Yeah.
Tennessee's number 4. Texas 16-3. Guess what Tennessee is?
Also 16-3.
16-3. We got 2 16-3 teams going up against each other in Knoxville. I can guarantee you the home court fans are going to be ready for that. The coach of Tennessee, where was he at before he came to Tennessee?
He was at Texas.
Okay, so he get to play his old school.
He does. He gets a revenge game at home.
Tell me about this game. Who you got in it?
I'm going to go out on a limb and pick UT.
Okay,
to
Tennessee.
win. I just said I'm picking UT. You'd assume that was Tennessee. I'm picking UT. I'm picking
Okay, Tennessee.
the team that wears orange.
Oh,
Um, and for that, I will actually pick Tennessee, even though Texas is also qualifies as a UT that wears
uh,
orange.
if
Who would you pick?
if this game was in Texas, who would you pick? If it was in Austin,
Um, I might pick Texas. Probably would stay away, but I probably might pick Texas. I think home crowd is pretty important in college basketball, especially the closer you get to March.
okay, I got the home team in this one. But if the home team was in Austin, I might flip it. I think I would flip it to Austin.
Okay.
Okay, so far, JJ, you got 3-1 SEC against the powerhouse Big 12. Let's go to Kentucky.
Okay, let's go to Kentucky.
Okay, Kansas is coming into the house. Number 9, Kansas, 16-4, coming up against Kentucky, unranked Kentucky, 13-6.
Yeah.
Kentucky been on the roll.
Kentucky has been on a roll. That's why I'm going to take them here to beat Kansas. Kansas has lost their last 3 games.
Yes, they have.
They have been
Ugly.
in a free fall.
It's ugly. The last one was kind of ugly to me.
Yeah.
That loss. So
Yeah, it was.
if my math is correct, I see you got SEC 4-1.
You know, when I said UT, I let you say Tennessee. I should go Texas. I'm going to change that to Texas.
Oh man!
Yeah, I'm taking that to Texas.
All right, let me make my changes on my paper here.
I'm sorry,
He's going Texas.
but you're right. I have been picking the SEC quite a bit, and that might continue. You know,
I tell you, I would go if I had to go Big 12, I would go Kansas over Kentucky before I would go Texas over Tennessee. But that's just me.
yeah, I believe in their lineup. I believe in their current lineup with Severe Wheeler doesn't start.
Okay.
Or maybe he starts. He doesn't play in the important parts of the game.
Okay.
And they just move Casey Wallace to the point. Let him operate with shooters with CJ Frederick and Antonio Reeves, and just like really open up the lane for the reigning player of the year, Oscar Tshiebwe.
Okay. Yeah.
I just really think that. I think John Calipari is stubborn, and I think he was finally relenting. I think he wanted to do things on his terms.
Okay.
And I think the fact of the matter is Kentucky is best with a lineup that he would not choose. And it took him a while to get to that point, but I think that he finally realized the lineup he has to play.
Well, JJ, let's get. Well, no, never mind. Forget what I said. Let's go to Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge. Did I pronounce it correctly?
I believe you did.
Okay. Texas Tech is coming into town.
Yeah.
10-9 Texas Tech against 12-7 LSU. LSU has been slipping badly.
Yeah. But
Texas Tech has not been impressive this year either.
Yeah, they both are not good.
Give me a winner.
I'm gonna take Texas Tech.
Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Okay. So now he's getting over here.
I think they're both bad teams, but I think the Big 12 is the best league in the country. So, you know.
So now it's 3-2 now. Okay, let's move down to Columbia.
Yeah.
In Missouri.
Iowa State. Not South Carolina.
Correct. In Missouri, not South Carolina.
You have to make that distinction now.
I know. There's 2. You're right. There's
and don't even bring up the whole Tigers debacle. How many different Tigers are there?
There's at least 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Iowa State's coming to Columbia. Iowa State, number 10 in the country. 14-4. Missouri, 14-5. Missouri plays good. I like their style of play. I like their coach too. Tell me how you see this game in it.
Well, Iowa State has not missed their transfer that went to Texas. Tyrese, what's his name? They haven't really missed a beat. I really thought that they were gonna really miss him, but they've been playing incredibly well. Missouri plays fast. They have an athletic team. They have a bright new first year coach.
Yes.
I'm gonna take Iowa State, even at Missouri. I know Missouri has a pretty robust fan base and a pretty good home court advantage.
Who need? You know what? I'm going to Missouri because I think Missouri needs this game more. And you mentioned their fan base, their coach. I like their coach a lot. I like Missouri. Missouri's just a good team. I think they're not a great team. They haven't. They do have a couple. They have one marquee win. I'm trying to remember who it was. I can't remember. But I like Missouri.
Kentucky.
Okay, Kentucky. They beat Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's move to. Unless there's more you want to say on that game.
Nah, not much to say.
TCU.
Yeah.
Number 11 TCU at 15-4. They're going to be going to Mississippi State. Mississippi State is 12-7.
Yeah.
Is that going to be a game?
No, TCU should run them off the floor.
Okay.
They have one of the fastest players in the country at point guard, and I don't think Mississippi State. I think he's just gonna penetrate and dish, and it's gonna. I don't think Mississippi State is equipped to handle that. Like DJ Jeffries. I'm not sure if he's gonna play. I think he's still out, but he's gonna be like he's a lot of their interior. He's not like their center. He's like their power forward kind of, but they play him some small ball center some. And I don't know. I just don't think that they have. I think they're at their best when he's playing small ball center. But I think TCU would just get to the rim at ease when they.
I don't think it's gonna be much of a game. But so you picked 3 Big 12 teams in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now you got it 3-5 in favor of Big 12.
Yeah.
Wow, man. Okay, let's move on to the next game. This is the game I like.
And I assume who did you have in the TCU Mississippi State?
TCU.
Okay.
TCU. But we're going to go to Kansas State.
Okay.
And Florida's going to come into town.
Yeah.
Kansas State, number 5 in the country. Florida, 11-8.
Yeah.
Lousy. Oklahoma State, 17. Oklahoma State. Kansas State, 17-2, and looking very, 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 very good. 2 key things about that. Well, one key thing about that game. Keontae Johnson. Talk about Keontae Johnson a little bit for me.
Well, he had a situation that was reminiscent of DeMar Hamlin kind of
when he was playing at Florida.
When he's a former Gator. They didn't clear him medically, and there were some legal accusations that came up, so he ended up transferring to Kansas State, and now he's leading their team in scoring, potentially the Big 12 Player of the Year. He's really been playing really well,
averaging 18.5 points per game. They're gonna be home. There's another player on Kansas State team that I like a lot.
Yeah, he averages 18 as well. I can't remember his name.
No. He's a reserve.
Oh, okay. I'm talking
about reserve. Desi Seals. You heard of him before?
Yeah, he had 20 something against Kansas, I think, recently.
He's averaging 9.5 per game.
Yeah.
But he's the ex-Razorback.
Formerly of Arkansas State.
Yeah, Arkansas State. Now he's at Kansas State.
Yeah.
And as you said earlier with Kansas State, Keontae Johnson used to be at Florida last year, and now they get to play. So who are you taking in this game?
I'm going to take the team that's ranked in the top 5 and not the team and the team that's at home.
Yeah, that shouldn't be much of a game. Yeah. Let's do the last game, JJ. Right. Oklahoma State.
This should be quick.
Yeah, Mississippi coming into Stillwater.
Yeah.
Against Oklahoma State. Mississippi 9-10, Oklahoma State 11-8.
Yeah.
Who you got?
I'm just go with the home team. It's not a. I'm not going to be having a lot of that game on my television this weekend. I'm not going to lie.
Well, JJ, the SEC started out really great in your picking. What happened?
You went in the order that you went is what happened.
Okay, so you got a 3-7 outcome for the SEC.
I do have a 3-7 outcome.
I'm gonna say 5-5.
Okay.
Okay, JJ. WPS.
Who they?
Who picks who? Nobody.
You're right about that.
Nobody. All right. See you next. Hey, come back next time. We're gonna break it down for you one more again. We out. Peace.